Look who it is, guys. Like a Christmas tree at night. Jeez. Look who it is. From the West Coast himself. So, the classic looking good as always. Y'all already know. We haven't really moved anywhere in the last couple days, so yeah. I told y'all, man, I ain't taking cheap freight. So alright guys, so we're out here at Home Depot about to buy a digital torque wrench. Where's the digital one?
Oh, it's not digital. Never mind, my bad.
They had a digital one. It's got to be somewhere here. Alright guys, so we bought this Quinn from Harbor Freight. Half-inch drive, 12 to 250 foot-pounds of torque. This is what, 174 bucks? So, yep, gonna open that thing up. And today, if you didn't know, we're gonna be replacing the Jake brake solenoids in the truck. I figure why not? You know, finally have all the Jakes working because this 4-cylinder switch doesn't work. So that's what we're gonna get done today. It's already later in the day, it's like 5. Well, we had a lot of stuff to do earlier, but yeah, it shouldn't take too long. You just pop the valve cover off and then 15 foot-pounds and put the connector back in, you're good to go. So, first thing you want to do, take this bar off, loosen it, swing it out, take that one off, and then we're going to start breaking all these bolts. We got that one there. And we're just going to do these. So, next. And then we're going to lift it up. Alright, so moving over to this side. You got to take that breather tube off.
Yeah, it's
you got to slide it off. And we also got to take this charge pipe off right here. So, just make sure all these lift up. And they're good. That's when you would grab the valve cover and lift it up. Shouldn't take too long because the truck's going in the shop anyways to get a valve adjustment done. We're just going to do the solenoids because the dealer alone, they want like, what was it? Like, it was like $850, so an extra $350 on top of the $500 to change the solenoids. And it's super simple. Here you guys have it. We got it off as you've seen, and there are the solenoids right there and there. So you got 3. So 2, 2, and you got 2 here. So the cam looks pretty good, which I'm glad because this is an OEM Detroit cam. I'm definitely happy about that. There's really no bad scorching on them or nothing, so happy about that. For those of you that want to see what your injectors look like, they are right here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we're unhooking all the lines off the solenoids and they just twist off. These are only torque down to 15 foot-pounds, if y'all didn't know.
Even though this one says 110.
110?
Yeah, it says it on top. Unless it said 10, but I think it's, yeah, 110 inch-pound.
Alright guys, so inside these Jake brake solenoid things, there's this little rubber piece that you're going to have to take out.
It's an O-ring.
Like an O-ring you're going to have to take out. So
And it hides. It's kind of hard to.
Kind of hard to find it. But you get a new O-ring when you get your new solenoids.
There you go. Fuck.
You got it?
Almost. You gotta have the right kind of pick.
Yeah. Also, we checked. So these are all 3 of the old ones. We don't even know which one honestly works. Probably one of them only worked. So yeah, you see the O-ring right there. Also, so these cross-reference into these right here for the Series 60. So, just so you guys know. And you will have to convert these, because normally they have like a male to female type of slide-on connector. And these have this type of connector, which you'll have to then convert. So, yeah, so my truck's going to be going, once we get done with this, we're going to go to the dealer. And, yep, drop it off, and I'm going to let them do it. Because they can adjust the actual jakes themselves. So, just going to do it like that. Alright guys, so cut them off, put the new ones on, each of them. Make sure you put them on nice and tight. We're going to clean up some of this stuff in there before we put everything back together.
Okay.
And now for the new ones.
So you take this, you put it in the hole. If you try to do it with this, it'll keep falling out and it'll go at an angle like that. So you just put it straight down into the hole. Got it. So, and then take the new solenoid, just drop that in and twist it. So it gets down, then you torque it.
15 foot-pounds.
15 foot-pounds.
Alright guys, so we got the valve cover back on. I don't know how we got it on, it was magic. But yeah, we just put the old gasket back on since tomorrow I'm dropping it off at the dealer. I'm gonna have our OG mechanic John over there at Tom Neal do it for us, and he's also going to jack up the truck for us and hopefully find our vibration. So this way, doing this, I saved 350 bucks, you know. We'll see if we start the truck and, you know, the jakes work. If it works, then good. So, it might leak, it might not, because, you know, you got a silicone around the cams. We just left it the way it was. So, we'll let them deal with that. All we gotta do is put these bars back, and that's it. We're gonna tighten that up, and then we're gonna start the truck and see what happens.
Okay.
Alright guys, so as you've seen there, we did the Jake brake solenoids. We installed them and everything, torqued them down to 15 foot-pounds, and then we just kind of reversed what we did. But unfortunately, when we started the truck up, it didn't work. So that leads me to believe I've replaced the switch. We fixed the harness when I first opened it up 2 years ago. Now we've replaced the solenoids. What I didn't do, and I didn't think of at the time because we were just losing daylight, I didn't think to check if they were getting any power. So essentially, there could be a kink in the harness itself somewhere along the whole harness for the Jake brake. So, you know, the wires that go to them. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to go to the dealer, pick up a new injector harness is what it is, because the Jake brake wiring comes in that harness. It's about like 220 bucks. And we're going to my mechanic, and that's what we're gonna do in the morning. And then so yeah, hopefully when we replace the harness hopefully they'll get to working. I'm pretty sure my mechanic has a Detroit computer, but I don't know. I'll have to double check with him. But for the most part, we didn't take it to Freightliner because ran out of time. But next week, big announcement, we might be going to Matt's. We will be at a certain booth, and we will announce that whenever we get there. He also might be coming, so you might see both of us if you're going to be at the Matt's Mid-American Truck Show. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. But in other news, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something, and I will catch y'all, or we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.